Welcome to the StockMentor.com studios here in the Black Hills of South Dakota. I'm your stock mentor, Brian Johnson, making professional trading simple. And today's move not unexpected. We saw a good move yesterday, and those are typically followed by sideways consolidation days, and have been in this market for a long time now. So once again, big move up, nowhere today. We might do the same thing tomorrow if there's not a lot of trading going on in the first couple hours of the day. Time might be better spent out in the nice weather if you're having it. We're having beautiful weather. I think most of the region is. So you might want to get out tomorrow and do something else with your Friday if the markets aren't moving much after the first couple hours. So we finish up options expiration week next or tomorrow as well, and it looks like it might be another repeat of what we saw last time, and that was kind of a slow move up the entire week. Nothing too major to talk about once the week is over with. From a daily standpoint here on the Dow, you can see we are up ever so slightly today, but really the market's flat. Google Finance has a heading here that says stock market rallies on earnings, and that was just put out about a half an hour ago. Apparently, rallying in the market is a 1 point move in the S&P and 21 points in the Dow. Now the Nasdaq still very very strong. They're doing very very well, but as you can see here, a little sideways move to up. So continuing to just barely push our way up. We did see good participation yesterday on this move. Bulls still in effect. Be very careful if you're looking to short up here. I have been kind of mulling around with what to do in this area and have given my subscribers my ideas of what I am doing currently up here. But I will tell you, still very speculative to be trying to short this market, even after this long move that we've had. For you Ellioticians, I'm just really having a hard time not seeing this as a wave 3 up. So it looks like we still might not be out of the woods yet when it comes to the bull move if you're super bearish on the markets. Nasdaq on a 60-minute moving up as well, right back to a double topping area. So big move up, pull back, right back up to where it was before. We saw that kind of back in this area here. Move up, pull back, right back to that overhead. Once it pops, here it is again. Move up, pull back. It's had to test a couple of times before it finally broke. So this might wander around a bit up here. But as long as it just keeps this momentum to the upside, I'm still staying with my 2040 to 2050 overhead area on the NDX in the short term. So holding this once again, blue line, not just holding the blue line, running away from the blue line. This is a very very steep angle for a direction to last as long as it has. Usually it starts to slow down long before this. This is an incredibly strong move by the bulls up in this area. From a weekly standpoint, coming right back to this overhead area, this is what I'm talking about, 2040 to 2050. It's kind of my next overhead area. Beyond that, I don't know, 2100. Why not? Why not? Looking very strong at this point. Could very possibly happen. SPX on a 60-minute. Straight sideways, really. You can see it here right at the 1213 pullback, right back up to 1213 pullback. This is just consolidation up in this area. So, maybe this pullback might happen if we get back below about 1208, but look at 1205 holding will probably be strong support. Even back into the 1200 should hold a strong support moving forward in the SPX. I don't expect a major move, even though we did put in this reversal candle. No, potential reversal candle. Yes, let me get your brains working on that way. This is a potential reversal candle, so we're waiting for any kind of an entry off of this candle. But all of these reversal candles have turned out to be a sideways move to maybe a small pullback move, but ultimately resolving to the bull side. So be careful up in here. SPX on a weekly, once again, this 1225 is still my overhead area on the SPX to be watching. Any kind of good earnings tomorrow could be the catalyst to push it right up to that 1225 area. VIX on a daily. This was a little bit, once again, diverging again, where the VIX is up and the markets are up. Something's got to give. In the past, it's been the VIX. Head ends up resolving downwards while the markets resolve upwards. But you can see it holding nicely to this dark blue line that I've had drawn in here for a while now on the VIX. And we'll see where this closes tomorrow. This is the weekly chart, but my guess would be we'll still finish somewhere around in this area. Any drop back and below this on the VIX, we've looked at this too, takes us back to the 1312 type of area. But regardless, no fear in the markets. Everybody's bullish. Everybody's happy. It's just it's a lollipop world that we're living in right now. Apple on a 60-minute up again today. $3.23, closing in on that 250-ish mark. 242 to 245. Once that was broken, now looks like I think 250 looks pretty close to achievable, considering we're a buck away. Hard to know. Just a lot of speculation up here as to where Apple will stop. Some people are calling for 280 to 300. Why not? Could happen. Seems a little stretch, but you know what? Seemed a little stretch back at the 230 area too. So Apple's just a juggernaut right now in the earnings. And coming up, I think, next week with their earnings. Here at, above, on, below, whatever, this little blue line, I'm still kind of expecting this blue line to hold. Even on a push above, I don't expect it to hold for more than a day or two maybe. NASDAQ has been holding well to this, but now that Apple's broken this, I'm looking for this blue line to act ultimately as overhead resistance. From a weekly standpoint, 1 day left, but we're going to get this little white candle in here. It appears it had to be a pretty big crash tomorrow for anything to be the other, because that's about $7 away from where we started the week. So looks like we get another white candle on Apple, still showing its bullish bias. And, the trend is strong up here. Maybe even with a pullback, I'd be watching closely this 235 area or this blue line on any kind of a pullback on Apple to hold before it launches itself upwards again. AINV on a 60-minute also up a whopping 3 cents, doing what the markets did. Move up, pull back, move up. Didn't really go anywhere today, so kind of stagnant on the day. If you were in this trade, once again, be careful. This, however, is a high base formation up here, so just use some caution if you are long this stock. But the next move would be, as I've talked about, this upper blue line, as long as this thinner blue line holds. So below 1320, I probably wouldn't want to be long this stock, but as long as it's up here and holding well, no reason to think it can't reach 1375 to 14 before it's all over with. BRLI on a 60-minute also up about 12 cents, not moving a whole lot, but anybody that got in above this line, we talked about this at the beginning of the week, still, I would continue to hold this at least into tomorrow. If you want to hold over the weekend, it's up to you, but most of the time I'm out at the end of the week in plays such as this, just because of the speculative nature, even though Mondays have been very good to the markets. FAS on a 60-minute down a buck 28, but you can see the strength that it's showing. This just looks like maybe a little minor ABC type of a move here. So still good potential to maybe see it move to the upside. Yes, this is a potential reversal candle up here, but so have all these other little candles all the way up. And this just keeps resolving to the upside. Not seeing much, not seeing a whole lot that would tell me that the trend to the upside is lost up here on FAS quite yet. Want to be careful about entries to the short side if you're looking to get short the financials. FAZ on a 60-minute, yeah, kind of an ABC, maybe pull back up here. So what am I looking at? Of course, this blue line I have drawn in here along with the green 20-period moving average coming down. That would be my overhead resistance on FAZ. This just looking very, very weak down here. Must be very careful. This is a potential reversal candle, just as we've seen on all the other charts. But so was this one, and so was all these in here, and on and on and on. So you're still playing against the odds if you're looking to go long FAZ. MDP, you can see it. Look at the huge climb up again today. 1.25% from a daily standpoint. Once it broke above this thing, it was off to the races. We had to sit and watch for a while to make sure we got the break above it, but I love the high base we put in here. For those of you that hopped in this trade, congratulations. It's been a huge winner this week. So you've made a pretty good sum on this so far. I'd be out of it by tomorrow and end of day, but manage it as you will. Play it as you will. Anything back below 36, I probably would take my profits at that point. This was a great play. Great play. All right. I think that does it for today. Still just watching to see what we get tomorrow. Could be more consolidation. I'm not sure I expect a huge move tomorrow either way, coming into Friday and options expiration week. So Anyway, spread the word, please. Put my link out a couple of places. This is all free information for those that might be interested. Might be able to help some other people out there that might be new to trading or just struggling into trading. Hopefully, I can give them some fresh ideas and give them the start of on a foundation that could help them in their trading endeavors. So, thanks a lot, guys. We'll talk to you again tomorrow. Bye.